Close your eyes for a moment and think about yesterday. You can probably conjure up a memory, maybe the taste of your morning coffee or a conversation you had. Now, think about this exact moment, the feeling of reading these words. This is the present. And now, think about what you might do later today. That is the future, a realm of possibility that has not yet happened. This progression from a fixed past through a fleeting present to an open future feels as real and fundamental as gravity. We experience our lives as a single file line of moments, a movie played one frame at a time. The past is gone, the future is not yet here, and we live our entire existence in the impossibly thin slice of time we call now. But what if this feeling, this deep intuition about the flow of time, is a grand illusion? What if your entire life, from the moment of your birth to the moment of your death, has, in a sense, already happened? This isn't a concept from science fiction. It is a profound idea that emerges from our deepest understanding of the universe. An idea that sits at the crossroads of science and philosophy, and it has the power to change how you see everything. To begin this journey, we have to start with our common sense view of time. We often use the metaphor of a river. Time flows, carrying us along with it. We move from the past, which is upstream and unchangeable, towards the future, which is downstream and unwritten. This seems simple enough. It's how we organize our lives, our regrets, and our hopes. For centuries, this was the view of even the most brilliant scientists, including Isaac Newton. He imagined a universal clock for the cosmos, ticking away at the same rate for everyone, everywhere. Your now was the same as my now, the same as the now for someone in another galaxy. Time was absolute, a rigid stage upon which the events of the universe played out. And then, a man with wild hair and a thoughtful expression came along and shattered everything. Albert Einstein, with his theory of relativity, revealed something astonishing about the nature of time. It is not absolute. Time is relative. It stretches and it shrinks depending on how fast you are moving and how strong the gravity around you is. Let's unpack that with a famous thought experiment. Imagine you are standing on a train platform. A very long, very fast train is moving past you. Exactly in the middle of the train, two bolts of lightning strike the front and the back of the train at the same time. From your perspective on the platform, you see both flashes simultaneously. You would say, correctly, that the two events happened at the same time. But now consider a person standing in the exact middle of that moving train. Because the train is moving forward, she is moving towards the light from the front lightning strike and away from the light from the rear one. As a result, the light from the front of the train will reach her eyes a split second before the light from the back. From her perspective, she would say, also correctly, that the lightning struck the front of the train first. This is where things get truly strange. Who is right? You, who saw them happen at the same time, or the person on the train who saw them happen at different times? Einstein's incredible insight was that you are both right. There is no universal now. The concept of two events happening at the same time is not a fact of the universe. It depends entirely on your frame of reference. This single idea has a mind-bending consequence. If we cannot agree on what is happening now, then the distinction between past, present, and future begins to crumble. My present moment might be in your past. Your present moment could be in someone else's future if they were moving at a different speed or in a different gravitational field. This leads to a model of the universe known as the block universe, or eternalism. Imagine time as the fourth dimension, alongside the three spatial dimensions of length, width, and height. In this view, the universe is a giant four-dimensional block of space-time. Every event that has ever happened and ever will happen, from the dinosaurs roaming the Earth, to you reading the sentence, to the potential colonization of Mars, already has its own coordinate, its own place in this block. Think of it like a loaf of bread. Each slice of the bread is now a snapshot of the entire universe at one moment. Our consciousness, for reasons we don't fully understand, experiences these slices one by one, creating the illusion of flow. But according to this model, the whole loaf already exists. The past isn't gone, it's just a slice of the loaf we have already passed through. The future isn't unwritten, it's just a part of the loaf our consciousness has not yet reached. Your birth and your death are just two different points in the same static block of space-time. This is a deeply unsettling idea. If the future already exists, what does that mean for free will? Are our choices just illusions? Are we simply actors playing out a pre-written script with the feeling of choice just being another part of the performance? Philosophers and physicists debate this fiercely. Some argue that yes, free will is an illusion. Others propose that our choices are real, but they are part of the timeless fabric of reality. Our act of choosing is what makes that part of the space-time block what it is. But if the block universe is real, why do we experience time as a moving river? Why is there an arrow of time that points in only one direction? We remember the past, but not the future. An egg can scramble, but we never see it unscramble itself. This is where a different branch of science, thermodynamics, offers a clue. The second law of thermodynamics states that in an isolated system, entropy, or disorder, always increases. Think of a hot cup of coffee in a cool room. The heat, which is an orderly state of fast-moving molecules, will always spread out into the room, a more disorderly state. The coffee never spontaneously reheats itself by pulling random energy from the room. This one-way street from order to disorder is what gives time its direction. We remember the past because it was a more orderly state than the present. The flow of time we perceive might just be our consciousness registering the universe's unstoppable march towards greater entropy. So we are left with two powerful pictures of time. Physics gives us the block universe, a timeless, static reality. Thermodynamics and our own psychology give us the arrow of time, a dynamic, flowing reality. How can both be true? Perhaps the best way to reconcile this is to see the block universe as the map and the arrow of time as our journey through it. The map of your life, the entire landscape of your space-time, may already exist, but your consciousness is the vehicle traveling that road, experiencing each landmark one by one, creating a story, a narrative from the static scenery. Thinking about time this way doesn't have to be disempowering. In fact, it can be liberating. If the past isn't truly gone, but simply exists in a different part of space-time, then our happy memories are, in a sense, eternal. They are not erased. They are forever a part of the fabric of reality. And if the present is not a fleeting moment that instantly vanishes, but a permanent slice of the cosmic loaf, then this very moment becomes infinitely precious. It is not just a stepping stone to the future. It is a destination in itself. It changes our perspective from what's next to what is now. It encourages us to inhabit each moment more fully because each moment is, in its own way, forever. We may never be able to step outside the stream of our consciousness to see the entire block of our lives. The nature of time may remain one of the humanity's greatest mysteries. But by daring to question our most basic intuition, We do more than just ponder a complex scientific theory. We learn to appreciate the profound and beautiful strangeness of our own existence. The movie of your life may have already been filmed, but you are still in the theater and the show is on right now. And it is a spectacular one.